Welcome to episode 18 of Casual Mode, your weekly check-in with Carl.
Me.
And me.
Dan.
Before we dive in, make sure to check out our website, casualmode.co.uk, for all of the latest updates and extras. And don't forget to join our Discord as well. It's the best way to chat with us if you want to. Share your thoughts and get involved in the Casual Mode community. And while you're here, give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It really helps us out. I don't know where the button is. And keeps you up to date with all the future episodes we've got as well.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Worth noting, if you're watching and you like Pokemon, we're going to be opening up, where are they? 2 Elite Trainer boxes at the end of the episode to see what the pulls are like. It only came out on Friday. That's right, isn't it? Today's Sunday. And as it's Sunday, in other news, because we are recording on a weird day due to family challenges, did you see Kluivert's hat-trick?
Did, yeah.
For Bournemouth? What did you think of it?
It was good, yeah.
I think he's a good player.
Yeah, he's just got a hat-trick in the Premier League, so he can't be bad.
Somebody should look his dad up. I reckon he'd be all right.
Good genetics.
Good genetics. But yeah, that was against Newcastle at Newcastle. St James's Park. Like, that's pretty good finishing.
Sports Direct Arena.
Sports Direct, yeah. Oh, the homage to Ashley. Bit disgusting. Not a lot's happened this week. Been a quiet week for gaming.
Absolutely. Nothing's happened really. We've done nothing. So
we've done nothing really at all. It's been just one of those things. I think a small console got announced.
How small is it? Could you hold it in your hands?
I think you could. I think it's I'm going to stop doing this stupid kind of bit. The Switch 2 was finally announced. It was the long awaited came out of nowhere. Revered console from Nintendo. So the latest one that we're getting is called the Switch 2. There was no real surprise there.
I wonder how much they paid a marketing company to come up with that.
Do you reckon they actually had someone like workshopping that?
They'll have their own marketing department, won't they? Should we call it the Switch U? No, we've been there. Stop it.
Don't do it again. I know. Don't do it again.
It might work this time.
Yeah. I wonder if there was someone that was quite mad in that session, like the R&D, pitching something completely madcap and just trying to get people on side again. Just going like, it'll work this time. It's like, no, put it down, David. Don't know why. Like, it's obviously a Japanese business, but there's a guy there called David. It's going to be a little bit eclectic.
Yeah, he's a zany character.
Yeah, people want to operate it with their shoes. That's what they want to do. Nobody wants VR anymore. They want foot reality. It'll work. So we kind of got a 2-minute video, was it? I think that was pretty much it.
2 minutes 22, possibly in homage to the fact it is Switch 2.
Could be that. And it was a little bit of a flat video. I think it was just very straight to the point. Kind of went.
Oh, I thought you meant 2D. I was like, well, most videos on YouTube are.
Okay, Carl. But gave you that kind of very, very quick view of what the console looks like, what the differences are between that and the Switch.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, it kind of like shows the original Switch and then pops out and like Werewolf transforms into the new version.
If I overlay the teaser video whilst we're talking now, will Nintendo take that down, or do you reckon they let you do that?
As long as it's not audio, you're fine, I think.
Oh, okay, it'll be here or there. I'm like Pharrell in that video where he thought he was in the middle, but he's
if you
not.
just cover my face with it, then that would be pretty funny for just the entirety of the duration. My face is too fat for you to be able to do that. The cheeks to be poking out.
It's widescreen, isn't it?
Okay, so basically it's a bigger console is the first kind of point of call. So it's, I think, how many inches?
Excuse me.
It's bigger than a Steam Deck.
Yeah,
it's 8 inches, I think it was.
Is it bigger than a bread bin?
Oh dear. Okay, so it's an 8-inch screen. Don't know if it's
That's
LCD or
brilliant.
OLED yet. Yeah, but it's slightly bigger than the Steam Deck, which is
Just to
great.
pick up on that, so I am very much an OLED aficionado. My big ass monitor, my telly, they're all OLEDs. I obviously love it, but the Portal's not OLED. And to be fair to the Portal, that LCD,
Pops.
it does.
Yeah. I think
So
you kind of hit the nail on the head when we chatted in yesterday or the day before, and it was like, stop that clicking, whatever that is. That's so fucking annoying.
sorry,
What is that?
I've got like this is fantastic. I got it from China, obviously. It's USB Type C to USB A, but you can do that, and it goes into yeah. Anyway, you don't care. Sorry, I just put that away.
Sorry for anyone listening on just audio who may have thought there was a penguin following them down the street. That was Carl just playing with some sort of peripheral. So yeah, like, go on. What were you saying about a big sexy screen and LCD? That you're less concerned about it.
Yeah, because after seeing the Portal, I just think would I rather it be OLED? Yes, but it's not the end of the world. If it's a high quality LCD, then I think it'll be fine. But it is annoying that it's pretty likely that there'll be a mid generation upgrade where they put an OLED in, and like the predecessor and the successor to the one that we're going to buy now are going to be superior. It's stupid that the Switch OLED is going to have a better screen. But, I think it'll still be good.
I think it's interesting that people are. I don't know what the right word is, because I don't think you're annoyed. I think you're maybe frustrated. Not even frustrated. Mildly vexed.
Perturbed.
Yeah. At that. But then people are a bit like, well, this doesn't look very creative. It's not weird, like we were saying before about the Wii U, like straight after the Wii, being quite like a groundbreaking console that didn't really hit home in the way that people thought it would.
I thought the Wii U was good, though, to be fair.
But then people go, oh, Nintendo's not being creative in this way. But then at the same point, people are getting a bit
there could be a mouse.
disappointed. Could be, well, there could be far more by the look of it as well, which we'll talk about. But yeah, for them people to go, oh, well, all they're going to do is sell us an OLED screen. Yeah, that's what Nintendo do too. That's what they've done forever. They're always going to iterate on this console and bring out different versions of it. There's going to be a light version. There'll be an OLED version. There may be 2 versions that come out at launch. That seems to be mooted as well.
Yeah,
so it's all.
I haven't heard that. What versions? What are we talking?
Again, it could just be a better screen. It could be a Pro. Nobody knows. It's just very, very vague at the moment.
Wait, of the Switch 2?
Yeah, 2 versions that come out at launch.
Okay, I mean, if they bring out a Switch 2 OLED at launch...
Yeah, I mean, for the extra money.
Yeah, but then, Mark shared in the group, didn't he? The like reserve your place kind of thing on Shop 2. That only had the one console, so...
Very true. Yeah, very true.
I
didn't bother with that.
Why would they... They're cannibalising potential future sales by doing that, aren't they? Because they're going to want that second hit. Because, you know what junkies are like.
Well, yeah, Nintendo junkies as well. Different beast. But yeah, bigger screen. I mean, really, really happy about that. I'm assuming it's going to be less clunky than a Steam Deck. When I say clunky, not in terms of the actual mechanics of it, because I actually think holding a Steam Deck's fine. But I'm presuming it's going to be lighter as well, which should be pretty decent for a big old screen.
Why do you think it'd be lighter?
I don't know, less things on it, because you're not going to have like the mouse pads, you're not going to have anything. It's going to have the Joy-Cons on the side.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant Switch to Switch 2.
Oh no, well, maybe, I don't know, but no, definitely Steam Deck to Switch 2. I'd assume the Switch 2 would be lighter.
Yeah.
Considering the target market as well of the Switch 2 versus a Steam Deck. Big burly men with the Steam Deck, isn't it? You know what I mean? Pumping iron, and then you've got kids holding Nintendo Switches, so you wouldn't want that. You touched on the mouse. I don't think is it a plural? I don't think it's the same mice.
Depends how many you've got. That's a mouse. If you hold yours up, they're a mice. Great mouse.
There we go. Thanks. Yep. So you touched on the Joy-Cons. So they are now magnetic. They attach.
Yeah, they look sick.
Yeah, they look really, really cool. And I think had it been 5 or 6 years ago, and people were like, oh, they're going to be magnetically attached, I think people would be panicking. But now that you've got like MagSafe on an iPhone, and you've got certain things that kind of rely on like heavy duty magnets, I think it's pretty fine, and that
Also,
sounds quite cool.
they're also a little bit bigger. Have you ever tried to play Mario Kart when you're sharing it? You're like stuck in a Soviet lift. Not that I've ever been stuck in a Soviet lift, but you feel like a sardine. Whereas they look pretty good. To be fair, it looks slick.
Just if the Kremlin are listening, we don't want to experience a
yeah. If the KGB are listening, da, Zdrovia.
Never talk to the KGB. Dwight Schrute. So yeah, I mean they look better. They're bigger, magnetic. They've got I never know what the name is of the stick. That kind of movement on it. No, there's movement on it. There's a specific movement.
When you push it in, you mean?
Yes. Now, well, what do you call it when it moves in a certain way? We're looking like absolute amateurs right now.
When you move it in a certain way.
You know a console, and the controllers that come with the console. These things,
joysticks, yeah.
Yes, don't they have a certain terminology for them and how they move in a certain way? Okay. Anybody listening, anyone listening, please join the Discord and help me out here. But they are called something. I can't remember what they're called. Switch to joystick movement. Hall effect.
Oh, I mean that's okay. Yeah, okay, but that's not moving in the same way. They still move in the same way. It's just that the technology inside is different. I think Hall effect is magnetic based, whereas normal ones have got I don't know exactly how they work, but there's an element in there that can stretch over time, which is why you get those dead spots. But Hall effect, because they're magnetic, they stay more precise, and your dead spot in the middle is a smaller percentage than standard ones. But
do the original Joy-Cons have Hall effect?
No. That's why they suffer from drift.
Yes, that's what I mean. So you get them, basically, it's an upgrade.
Yeah.
Again, you're not going to have to replace the fucking things record that, there's a swear. Every couple of months, I think it was. Was it like 2 or 3 months?
I don't know.
Mine would last. Yeah, honestly, I had the red Special Mario ones. I've had like some of the Pokemon ones. I've had the white ones. You name it. I've had like really, really cool ones, and I think pretty much all of them have got some sort of drift on them. And when Jesse started playing them as well,
don't blame your son.
No, this wasn't the drift. But when he was playing the Switch, he would like move it quite a bit when he was like playing it and get like tense playing a certain part, and that was making the Joy-Con separate away from the rails. That kind of That's why I bought the.
That is one thing that concerns me about the current design. How it's like a rectangle that sticks out. If just a bit of giving that, you're gonna bend them and snap them. But the parts that you'll snap are attached to the main console, so bit risque.
Speaking of risque, it's got an additional USB-C port, so it seems to be 2.
That's great news.
Yeah, so there's 2 on it. So there's one at the top of the console.
Yeah.
So people are saying it's like convenient charging, but there is I remember seeing this. There's a patent in that Nintendo had for a while, and essentially looked like a Switch with another screen attached to the top of it, and the patent was for that second screen.
Switch DS.
Well, potentially, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll share it with you.
SDS sounds like a furniture store.
It might be. There's Nintendo's Madcap thing. So I've just sent it to you on WhatsApp, but basically you can see the mock-ups of what it would look like on a Switch 2, and they're the actual registered trademarks as well that they've got for the second screen.
That looks,
including the right dimensions.
That looks pretty.
It does look, and I don't know how the hell it would work in one USB-C port. That feels like flimsy as hell.
Well, it won't be, will it?
No. But look, there's
they
opportunity.
could put something down the bottom, down the back, which clasps onto the bottom of the Switch shell to give it rigidity. If anybody in Nintendo is listening,
there we go. Get them involved.
But they're not, because we only advertise to people in the UK, so they're not going to listen.
You never know. They might have some representation.
I can take the box for Japan if you want to.
Dave could be over here. Let's not do that. Don't do Russia either. After the comments before. So I was thinking about other USB-C opportunities as well, and looking at Nintendo's like heritage, it would be quite good for something like another camera. You know, similar to how you've always had a Kinect with Xbox, or you've had like PlayStation's their
Yes,
eye camera or whatever.
Yeah, the eye camera.
Yeah. So you've got all those different opportunities with it. But what's to say that Nintendo can't do their own camera and maybe open up some sort of VR element as well by using that?
Very true.
There you go.
Very
It just feels like an interesting place to put the USB-C port as well.
They're not the first though. Other handhelds have done that.
No,
Other handhelds
I
have put
agree.
it at the top.
And I do think it's more
Ergonomics.
useful.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't want a
ergonomically
cable on the bottom
attractive.
of it, do you? Because like when you're holding it down, like let's say you're sat on a plane and you're playing Switch and it's on your crotch, you don't really want something digging into your crotch, do you?
Well, that's the only negative about the portal is the fact that it's actually right there on the bottom.
Oh right.
It's kind of like hidden away as well. So, like I said, you need to kind of jut it out a bit, but it doesn't really bother me too much when you need to charge it.
Cool.
Yes, it is cool. It's got an improved kickstand, which
Yep. I've got the original one, so my kickstand was terrible, and as somebody who bites my nails, was always nigh on
impossible to get out.
to get it. Yeah.
Well, I hope I'm the same with my nails. So I'm hoping the cartridge is easier to get in and out as well, because that was an absolute nightmare. I needed like a plectrum or something to be able to get it. What?
Just laughing at the fact that you put cartridges in your Switch.
What's that? Are they not carts? Cartridges?
You can call them whatever. It still doesn't.
Why are you laughing? Why is it funny then?
I don't want to get sued.
Okay. Backwards compatibility, I think, is the one thing that surprised me with the Switch 2. Obviously, it's been kind of spoken about for a while and people have known about it for a while, but it supports the original Switch games, which is not what
Not
Nintendo
all of them
likes
necessarily. They mentioned that
Okay.
it might not support all of them, but they're going to publish a list.
to do. Okay, that's interesting. So I wonder where that will fall down, because presumably the innards of the Switch 2 are going to be able to play any of those games.
Yes.
So I wonder what's preventing it from playing certain carts that will switch.
I think some people mentioned peripheral support. So things like is it Lado? Like whatever
Labo.
Labo, there we go. I never used
Okay.
it. The cardboard thing, for example.
So it's some fringe stuff like that, then that's fine. As long as it's not like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, and games like that.
But they'll finally run well.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, backwards compatibility is a fresh start for Nintendo, and hopefully signifies that they are actually taking modern gaming seriously, and it help a lot of people's wallets this time, which is quite nice. Digital downloads as well, worth noting. You know that they carry over. Whereas
I didn't
hasn't
know that.
happened.
That's very good. Yeah, that's very good.
So yeah, again, what you would expect from any other console manufacturer that you never used to get from Nintendo, now you get it. New Mario Kart game was shown off. Did you see the kicker of that? What everyone was talking about?
The expanded grid size.
Yeah, 24 players.
I don't know if I like that, I don't know if I like that.
I would assume that you would not be able to play on some of the more traditional courses, because I feel that would just be, it wouldn't be chaotic, it would be borderline unplayable.
Because like,
Do you know what I mean?
if there are 5 pickups in a row and there's 24 of you,
Yeah.
but
If you're,
new Mario Kart game is going to be amazing, isn't it?
it will be. And it'll have its own courses.
When is the last time you ever thought that Mario game is?
No, never.
Oh, don't swear. Oh my
You
god.
said, I thought you, oh God.
Oh, stop it.
Alf.
Oh, okay.
18,
17. Great year.
This is because we like to promote our episodes and Carl keeps swearing every time. So yeah, new Mario Kart game, that's pretty exciting, and presumably they're not going to show it if it's not going to be a launch title as well, which is nice.
Well, it came out on the Wii U, didn't it? The current version, current iteration.
So where the console's getting maligned quite a lot, I think, is just like its underwhelming design, because I think it showed off just the...
I think it looks good.
I think for us it looks good, and I think for what we expect from a console now, like I love the aesthetic of the Steam Deck, I like the mods that you put onto mine, I like the way that the Portal looks. It's very clean, very considerate. I think I like the Switch design. I still don't think it looks too
nice
dated.
and thin. It's thin. It's light. You can play it for hours because it's just really nice to hold in your hand. If only it was slightly bigger. Oh wait, they fixed it.
Exactly. So they've kind of achieved what they needed to achieve with the design of this one for me. But the market slumped, after the announcement, quite a considerable amount, and it was one of the lowest trading days for Nintendo in the best part of the decade.
But that'll pick up.
It will.
Who cares? Now's the
But
time
it's
to buy
rare.
stocks.
It is. It's a very good point. And it is very, very rare for that to happen as well. So I would expect that to pick up considerably, especially if there are some kicker games that will come in with that thing.
Do you know what would be really good? That they, considering like they're ticking off things that they should have done first time round, but life is a journey. Like Discord support straight away, Spotify. It's like just stuff in the background that like you should be a given in 2025.
The UI is something I was always a bit like bothered by because and that's where I think even when it came out, it looked dated.
Did you know that the previous Switch had an 8-core CPU? It didn't use 4; they were disabled. 3 of them were used for the games, and 1 was reserved solely for the OS. So maybe that's why it was so lightweight, because it just ran out 1 core.
That's pretty impressive as well, to get that much juice from 1 core.
This is why you can emulate Switch games on a Switch, that we talked about a few episodes back. Because they did it on purpose to get better battery life, which is fine.
We need a little jingle for that. Now you know, because of Carl's big fro. Not fro, but I'll think of something. I'll workshop it.
FOD.
It's okay. Yeah, but I don't want to put FOD in it, because then people might find it offensive.
He doesn't listen anymore.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, I think the UI, even on the Switch, like I said, it's dated, and they've never really refreshed it. What is it? You can choose black or white versions. That's literally it.
Michael Jackson.
Quite literally. So you've got that option.
What do you mean? I've got wallpapers and everything on mine.
Yeah, because you use the Steam Deck, is it? And then you emulate your Switch games on them.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
It's not.
No, I've got a Switch.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forget about that. I forget about how you spent ages doing that and then stressed out about it. So, release timeline. So, there's a bit of a roadshow happening where they're just like tarting out the Switch 2 in massive venues across major cities in the world. So I think you've got them in LA, you've got them in New York. It's obviously happening in
London,
Tokyo, and it's also in London. We both signed up for the Saturday morning
AM.
Saturday AM session. So you get put into a bucket, and then it comes back with whether or not you've been approved or not. Thought the Saturday one, actually, in hindsight, was probably a silly one to go for because it's going to be rammed. But that's if we do get a place on it.
They'll let us go front of the queue.
Yeah, very, 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 very. We've also got another direct for it coming out, and that's on April 2nd.
Okay.
So knowing that, what date do you think this thing's going to land?
Well, I can say for certain, Dan, it's going to be either on or after April the 2nd of 2025.
Okay.
Beyond that, everything is just a guess. So if anyone's listening for some kind of insights that they're not getting from the general fake news, unfortunately, you ain't going to hear. I reckon, I don't know, early May, late April.
Yeah.
2 weeks after the event, something like that. Imagine they drop it on the day. That would be incredible, but you'd think that'd leak out first. Because vendors...
You couldn't do that.
No.
But then would be a very Nintendo thing to do, and it'd stop scalping quite quickly. Imagine if it was just in shops as well. Imagine if
imagine they got the gaming press. They go to that event in London Saturday morning. We're there front and center, obviously, because we've been there overnight. Because just hardcore. And with our
Korean barbecue. It's not a Korean impression. That was just Carl remembering the Korean food that we had. Yeah, it was amazing.
But yeah, so let's say they stood up there demonstrating it for the first time, and they go, "Oh, by the way, we've just turned off the Wi-Fi. Your signal on here because there's so many phones. Oh, I've sworn again. Your signal on here is rubbish because there's so many phones. It's live now around the world. None of you are gonna get it because you can't get on the internet. That'd be devious.
It would be
funny though.
I know. That's it. Single-handedly just disrupt the market. Yeah. Share prices soar. People make money.
Own the media.
Yeah, that's it. I think we will see it in June. Is my kind of guess, just based on the timeline of it.
No, surely May, because you don't want to lose. You don't want to lose that velocity you built up, do you?
You're doing the direct on April 2nd, and the opportunity to go and see it is in mid-April, isn't it? That's the date. So then, presumably, you give people 30 days worth of notice for it to come out so they can afford it and actually pay for it. That seems to be the gold standard at the moment for console releases. So I don't know. It could be May. It could be mid-May.
Maybe. Talking about price as well, I mentioned to you just before we went live. I saw a post today where on Google, well, it could be. I mean, anyone can fake this, but it looked like Best Buy was suggesting that it was going to be $349, which is £287. So it could be 300 quid.
I mean, if it's £300, that's the
£300
cost of the original.
Deal. When you consider the specs are effectively a 20 series graphics card. 8-inch screen. I mean, there's not a lot of profit in that, although, these things are generally loss leaders. But
yeah, so the original Switch came out for $299 USD.
Okay.
In 2017. So if you're saying that, then I think that's fair.
Even if it was 350 quid, it annoys me when we pay the same number of currency as the Americans, considering that
we had a stronger pound when we were younger.
Excuse me.
When we were younger. Pardon. Back in my day with the shillings. So yeah, I think we've spoken about it already, and we're not going to fib like we did with the PS5 Pro and say we're not going to get one.
I wasn't going to get one.
I know you weren't, but we did. So we didn't fib. So the Switch 2, get them on.
Yep.
Yeah. Day one.
Or as soon as I can.
Day one when it comes out. That's probably the best.
Yeah, what if we don't get a pre-order?
We will, of course we will. If you got a PS5 Pro, we'll be able to get a Nintendo Switch 2. I don't think they'll sell out.
If I can get it free we can get 15% off.
You should set that on the podcast, should you? Or is that okay?
Why not?
Fair
It's
point.
not illegal about that, is it?
No, fair point. But yeah, that would be quite good, wouldn't it?
Well, the police could come after me.
What's it, 45 quid? That's not bad.
Quick
15%. A bit more, actually. But yeah, I'm very excited for that. Little summer console. That'll be quite fun. It's very excited to see what games they showcase. Loads of rumours that there's the Halo Master Chief Collection coming out, which feels like a bullet in the back of Microsoft now for their future consoles. Because if you're bringing your biggest IP to all of your competitors, like...
Leave it pinata.
Serious Sam's coming out on all the other. But jokes aside, though, like, I don't get it at all. Because if they are going to bring out Halo on the Switch, and I get it's an older version of it, I get the Master Chief Collections like ODST and 1, 2, and 3, or whatever it is, like the original kind of collections, but it just seems very, very, very silly to me. You're going to go and bring that. I don't think you get. I mean,
maybe they're trying to use it. Maybe they'd like being parasitic, getting the gameplay players base up, by going on these other consoles, other platforms, getting people hooked and addicted, and then next generation cut off the supply and say, "Oh, you like that Halo, do you? We've got some of the good stuff here."
But do you think?
I don't think that.
I know you don't. But in the next, let's say 5 years, 2030, do you think we will see a Mario game on an Xbox?
Running natively? No, I doubt it.
That's my point. Is that you've got this IP, you paid top dollar for it, 343 Studios. You made sure that you built up this kind of like this following, for these kind of games like Gears of War. You've got Master Chief and Halo. You've got what else? Xbox. Not many other games. You've just bought all of the Bethesda back catalogue and their future games going forward. So presumably Fallout 5 as an example. You've got all of these wonderful games, that lineage, and you're weakening your position by now bringing those games to other consoles because there's other places to go and play Halo. There's other places that you can go and play Gears of War, presumably in the future. There's other places that you can go to day one to play Call of Duty. Like, what's the point? If you're going to do it and make your platform self-contained and then go, you know what, we're going to play hardball with the market. I know they can't because of the way that they acquired Activision. But let's just say they found a loophole and they went, you know what, Call of Duty's going to stay on just Xbox and PC, then that would have felt like more sense than bringing every bloody, core IP to other games.
Wasn't the stipulation on them getting Activision? They said for a certain amount of time they'd open stuff.
Have to make it, have to open it.
Was that
and
like
then they had to agreement.
Was that for like reasons of competitiveness?
Yes, because
maybe
basically
they're making themselves purposely make themselves purposely uncompetitive, so they can then just say, "Oh, well, we clearly haven't got a monopoly."
Well, that's the thing. I think it's just the days of the console wars are well and truly behind us now, and it really is just a very corporate capitalist approach, because they're going to make a shitload of money, because they'll be, and I'll out blind hatred and curiosity, I'll probably buy it for the Switch if it came out day one, Switch 2 as an example. But I just don't think, I think as a platform and as an offering, even PlayStation bringing their games to PC doesn't feel half as, I don't know.
They do it later though as well, don't they? Though when they've already had people buy it on they're not going to get any more money out of that game.
Yeah.
So bring it out on the PC.
Yeah, that was it. It's like when I remember years and years ago, I think it was the same 2017, wasn't it, when God of War came out and Tomb Raider came out as an exclusive on the Xbox, and it was a massive deal. It sold in the end because it was a terrible decision by Square Enix. No, well, for Square Enix, it wasn't. For Xbox, I think it looked good and the optics were good, but like I wanted an Xbox because of that, because it felt, right, they've made this, same as like when Final Fantasy VII remake came to PlayStation consoles only. Like, it was always traditionally a PlayStation game with Squaresoft, and it was an exclusive on the PlayStation console. It came to PC at another point, but that's beside the point. But that made me want that PlayStation console. Like the era of exclusives, I don't know, it feels like it might come to an end. But the only people that seem to still want to play in that market are Nintendo, because they're still interested in selling consoles.
So I saw an article this week. I can't remember who said it, so my apologies for that. But effectively, the crux of it was, we need to sell remakes and remasters so that we can fund like the AAA games that we want to produce, because they're not making enough money with new IP. They've got to resell.
Don't get it. I mean,
you're going to get those people coming back and buying it, because even if it, let's say they really release it for 30 quid on the Switch, well, they bring it out on the Switch too. Sorry, for 30 quid, Halo. For 30 quid, I'd just go, stop swearing. Jesus, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard work.
It's tricky, isn't it? It's not me today either.
I know. Sorry, I've had a San Pellegrino.
But it'll be austerity next.
Bring back Dave Cameron. But yeah, it's like, if it was 30 quid, Halo on the Switch 2, so an 8-inch screen, let's say it's 1080, I hope it's 1080, not 720p. Let's say it's 1080p, 8-inch screen, portable, looks good. Ray tracing, because it's got a 20 series and it's got 2 RT cores, so
potentially,
it'll have. You'd be shocked if it didn't have DLSS. So,
Microsoft aren't making money, or presumably aren't making as much money as they need to fund the studios that they've now bought. Bearing in mind, Bethesda buying Activision and Bethesda made them profitable, because those companies were profitable. So to not say that they've got the funds after laying off a significant amount of staff as well across the entirety of the group, it feels a little bit backwards. And again, in the console life, you barely make any money on that console and run it as a loss leader, for your platform for the best part of like a couple of years, until you start to recoup all your R&D and you start to find, chipsets comes down and all the other component parts come down. However, we're well into this generation now. So if Microsoft aren't making money, at some point they're probably going to have to come out and do something different. And like we said in the last pod, if that isn't a handheld, I really don't know what it's going to be. It's not VR. Like, they're not bringing out another Pro. They're not doing anything with this generation. So, sorry to rant about Xbox, but if anybody is listening and you think different, like, let me know, because I don't know, unless I'm really drinking the Kool-Aid of what I read online, it feels we've just lost a very, very good platform in the last 5 years.
I mean, I think that's extreme. It's definitely in decline though. But I mean, the Xbox Series X was the most powerful of this generation's consoles when it came out, and somehow they couldn't capitalize on that, and that they need to review why that is. Because I mean, if you think about it, they're doing irreparable damage to their own brand, but it doesn't mean it's not. They can't save it. I mean, they got Call of Duty, which is going to come out every year, every
deep pockets.
Year,
deep pockets as well. Like, I totally get it. As long as they don't keep rebranding Office every 5 minutes, people are going to use it, aren't they? So it's not like they're short of a few quid. It's just if that Xbox division isn't making money or isn't making enough money, to make it a compelling investment in the future and to drive the level of innovation that you see with the other console manufacturers, then I can see them falling way behind. It's happened to others, so
I think next generation they just need to come out with one console, get rid of the budget, Series S kind of style thing, and just
all in,
bang.
All in on that top end. We're going for the gamers that want to play on PC as well, and Game Pass is the thing that you're going to use. Yeah, I agree. Anyway, so back on the Switch 2. So yeah, we're buying one. It's very, very cool and excited to see more of it. Picking on Sony's scabs. So it looks as if they've been...
That's a bit gross.
It is a bit, isn't it? But the wound's still fresh, I think, from Concord. But it feels like they are now being scared away from all of the live service ambitions that they started. So working through... Apparently, Sony has reportedly cancelled 2 more live service games. It's over on Forbes.com. There was a God of War multiplayer game from Bluepoint and an unknown live game from Bend. Apparently, they join a pile of other cancelled live service projects from The Last of Us Online, Spider-Man, The Great Web. The proposed idea here is that Concord, what's now become one of the biggest video game failures of all time, has scared Sony straight in terms of its live service ambitions. What was the other one that came out a couple of years ago? It looked a little bit Halo-y. And that was live.
Halo did bring out Halo Infinite came out, didn't it?
Well, I still like Halo Infinite. I think that's still got a good following. The last time I checked, it was one word, Anthem. Remember Anthem?
Oh, I do remember Anthem. I quite liked Anthem. I
don't mind it.
That got taken down immediately.
But again, it just shows, regardless of who's funding these things, like it's so delicate to make it work. And like even look at how Helldivers completely pivoted and people hated it.
Okay, so look at the Game of the Year candidates from last year. So what were the big ones? You had Astro Bot, you had Final Fantasy, Metaphor with Fantasio, the Elden Ring DLC, which shouldn't have been there, Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah, Balatro.
Are they all single player games?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Elden Ring, you can have multiplayer in it, but yeah, predominantly single player.
So okay.
Yeah, no, it's right. Yeah, but it's mad that you think Astrobot was a risk. It was viewed as a risk for Sony to go and make that game, and it won Game of the Year. Well,
you keep promising to complete it, so I can borrow it.
Jesse's still playing it, and I think
have you played Dragon Age: The Veilguard yet? No,
it's behind the casual mode.
Should be in front of it.
Case behind.
Should be in front of it.
In front. I thought it would be a political statement if I had it in front of it when I was on a call to people in work. But anyway, so yes, it looks like Sony is completely backing out of its strategy, which is, to be fair, I actually quite respect that. The fact that they are addressing it now and going...
Fail fast.
Yes, and going, yeah, all right, we probably spent tens of millions on these things, but realistically, we know it's on a knife edge in terms of whether people actually want them. So let's wait probably for Bungie to do what they're doing, because that will be a live service game. They're not going to go from making something like Destiny 2 to, I don't know, something that's not live service or games as a service.
We shall see.
We shall see. Jeff Grubb said the failure of Concord has caused Sony to reevaluate every game as service project they have in motion, and as such, Yeah, we now have moves like these recent cancellations of games that had not even been officially announced. One thing to remember about Concord was that an early insider reporting that was that Sony had a lot of faith in it, being a significant new IP for the PlayStation brand going forward. Hence why we saw things like elaborately planned out seasons and narratives, and even a purchase spot on Amazon Prime Video's Secret Level series. I've not watched that yet. I didn't actually realize it was out. So there's a season on Amazon Prime or an animation called Secret Levels or Secret Level, and on that there's episodes dedicated to different game series, and it's like an expansion of the universe. So I think there's a in fact I'll find out before I start waffling it. There was a Concord.
I mean, do you not think they should have seen that Concord wasn't going to go to plan?
Potentially.
It's not the best name, is it, for a product these days?
Potentially. So you've got Pac-Man, Warhammer 40k, Concord, Mega Man, Unreal Tournament, New World, Armored Core, Spelunky, Honor of Kings, Sifu, Dungeons and Dragons, The Outer Worlds, Crossfire, Exodus, and then there's a generic kind of PlayStation episode. I mean, like, and for Concord to be featured in that, you know, they're not going to be sat around the table saying it's going to be a failure, are they? So it's good that they're cancelling these games if they're even half guessing themselves now.
Do you think Concord may have been a success if you didn't have to pay for the base game? Do you think that contributes to it?
We said that at the time, didn't we? I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't play it, so I can't comment on what it was like. I only read a couple of reviews and watched a couple of videos, and it seemed fine.
Yeah, I think we watched one of those preview shows, and that was the one game that I read. This actually looks alright. I reckon I'd play this, but obviously that did not happen.
Yeah,
which is a shame.
So, what were the games the guy did? Where is it? There was another one cancelled years ago. I'm trying to remember what the bloody game was. It was Cliff Bleszinski, who was the creator of God of War. And he had a live service game that went for I think it was out for 6 months and got canned in the end because nobody wanted to play it. I think it was don't quote me on it, but I think it might be the microtransactions in it.
Right.
But yeah, either way. Feels like that bubble's burst, which is not a bad thing.
Elder Scrolls.
Super quickly. So Tencent are exploring ways to boost company value, and they are looking at Ubisoft again. So apparently, it basically means that Tencent are looking to a deal that will allow them to own a share and gain more control over Ubisoft's IPs, therefore expanding their own video game business outside of China. Okay. What that means is that potentially you could get a big injection of cash into Ubisoft in the next couple of years.
So they can waste it on games.
So they can waste it on Far Cry 25.
Which would just be the same game.
Hear me out. Bring Kevin Spacey back. Make him the bad guy. Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm not going to cry a river at all for the Guillemot family, but reality is I don't think it's a great idea to be allowing Tencent any more opportunity in your business. I think they already own a substantial chunk. Yeah, they own 10% or 9.99%, and the Guillemot family holds 14% at the moment of Ubisoft. So,
what was your favourite Ubisoft game?
I liked Beyond Good and Evil. I do like Assassin's Creed 2, and I really enjoyed Far Cry 5.
Okay.
They were probably the three most memorable. Really, really liked Far Cry 5. Don't know why. I think it was the setting. It was like it's almost like a state in Texas, like a part of Texas. Sorry, it was really interesting. How about you?
Either The Division or South Park.
Which one?
Stick of Truth.
Yeah, Stick of Truth was fantastic.
Or
Never played The Division.
Did they do the Fractured Butthole? They did.
Yes.
There we go. They do all of them.
I think they did. Ubisoft publisher.
They're fun games, not because Ubisoft was involved, just because South Park's just funny.
The Fractured Butthole was absolutely fantastic.
The name's funny as well.
Stick of Truth as well.
But no, I liked The Division. I thought that was cool. It got a bit repetitive, so I got a bit bored. Did they do Steep as well? The snowboarding game.
I think so.
They
Yes.
did Riders Republic.
Yeah.
They did do
I
Sleep.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft's top 10 of games is pretty damn compelling, pretty good as well. Like even some of the Rayman games, they're really, really fun platformers. So it's interesting. I mean, they've lost their way a little bit of late, but then quite a lot of other big houses have, and Microsoft might buy them. Let's see. So Carl's reminding me again that I can't talk about the thing. So
Yeah.
all I'm going to say is TikTok
Yeah,
is still here.
it is.
That seems fine. And I don't know whether or not Marvel Snap is back, but apparently that also went at the point that TikTok did. And whether that's been given a similar reprieve because it's owned by the same parent company.
Right.
But it went dark, and they basically had to put a message out going, it's not
Sozabada.
it's not us, it's them.
It's other people.
And
Yeah. Undisclosed people.
I think second dinner of the dev or the publisher, I can't remember. Basically, they came out and said it, and it was just a bit like, it was an interesting point, but we can't talk about it, so
Oh, you
I
just
swore now. Yeah.
46, 26. Unbelievable.
What a nightmare. Okay, so review of the footy we've got on here. In fact, no, we haven't. In fact, yeah,
What we're
let's do
playing
that
and watching?
first. We'll do that
Oh, okay.
first. We'll do the footy, and then we'll come back on what we're playing and watching.
Casual.
It is. It's see how just riffed that. That's how good we are.
Whatever.
Yesterday,
We don't
Newcastle
play by the
hosted Bournemouth. Carl, Bournemouth won 4-1, and that
did.
was a really great game to watch. It was convincing from Bournemouth, and makes me feel quite happy that we got a point against them a week ago.
It's always about you.
It is. Brentford hosted Liverpool, aka Darwin Núñez FC.
Yeah.
We might get
Came
banned for mentioning his name.
Benfica to the big reds.
All right, Pete Bock. Was
Best
it a
mates.
good? Was it a good performance from Liverpool? You scored twice in the last 5
so-
minutes.
Yeah, so we scored like twice in stoppage time. Before then, we'd had 33 shots. So I mean, we were all over them. We had the next year of like 3.6, I think it was. So we should have won. We controlled the game. We couldn't break them down because they're not a bad team and they played well. But
If you do this in a Dutch accent, you're basically on slot doing his post-match interview.
why is
Oh,
he
yeah,
also
for
a
sure.
legend?
Yeah, for sure. We tried to break them down. We have an XG of 3.6. The keeper have a good game. Spirited, very good.
Waffles.
Smoking a pancake.
Huh? Pipe in a crepe. Bong in a waffle.
Oh, it's a keeper. A goalkeeper.
Schalte. Sorry. No, the tone.
That's what he says whenever anyone's
Uh,
having a go at him. All right. I mean, like, Brentford look fine, and I think Brentford are a tough team to beat at home. So I think that's,
yeah, it's a good performance.
we can all agree that is the season over. That
I
is
don't
it.
think we
It
can
is-
agree
it is
that
done.
yet.
I think it is. After
It's
Arsenal's
not,
result, and I think after pretty much everyone else around them have
They're
fallen
only
away.
6 point behind though.
We are
6
still
points behind.
fifth somehow with a game in hand, and we go back and forth if we win it, which is insane considering we haven't won in like 5 games.
Yeah,
Other games,
Good team though. Good team.
we have, but Fulham beat Leicester.
They did.
So Leicester at home. Rude Van Nistelrooy won't be happy.
Struggling, eh?
He is, and it was pretty convincing as well, based on the highlights on Match of the Day when I watched it. Palace seemed to be putting together a nice little run of results as well, and ruined Graham Potter's party.
That's a headline.
It is Graham Potter's party. Well, maybe
Was he there during lockdown?
He was
Him and
with
Boris?
Rooney.
Oh.
Boris and Rooney. That'd be a fun night, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Probably
Lot of banter.
quite naughty because Boris is a bit promiscuous and Rooney does what he wants with grannies.
That's what I mean.
That's
So,
your scene, innit? That's your scene.
not my scene,
Oh,
no. But for Rooney and Boris, I reckon like Potter would be on the fringe. Like, he'd go home early.
Get
wouldn't he?
Andrew
He'd be
Tate
drink-
in there.
We're definitely getting this episode demonetized now. We've said that word. That absolutely horrible person. In the Women's Super League, Everton women drew with Aston Villa 1-1 yesterday. And then today's results. So we had Everton versus Tottenham. It's Tottenham. Everton battered them at first. I think it was 3-0 by half time.
Yeah.
I don't like Ange's post-match interviews. I know they got 2 more goals back, but like his head down, like
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
it's just very petulant and very like bit dramatic.
So they've lost what 7 in the last 10.
Yes,
I think the stat is. And so the interviewer turned around and said, like, you're making a bit of a habit of this, more or less, or more of the same.
Habit.
And he was like, what are you on about? Yeah, like, what do you mean habit? Like,
yeah.
do you need to be reminded of the
purpose of the word,
the form of your team?
Yes.
You
But I saw
me
him
then,
getting.
so I was a bit taken off because you were like, it's almost like you were handing me a pizza.
Why would you go to pizza? Why wouldn't you go to a healthy snack?
It was like a flat box.
Okay, so at the end of the match, I saw quite a few fan videos that were in the away end, and the Spurs manager and players were going over to them, and it was Son like going, basically really like doing all this, like, oh, I'm so sorry, and it was just boo, boo, like just like, and then the W word getting thrown at a Big Ange.
What's the Cogler?
Yes. So I don't know. Feels like
they're
some borrowed
15th
time.
in the league, aren't they? They've got 24 points. Everton have got 20 just below them, and they've got a game in hand.
Yeah. That's it. 2 points if they win that game in hand, is it? That's insane.
Who are they playing? No, it's 1 point.
1 point. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Next game is against Brighton, so they're going to lose that, and then Leicester, so they might. Yeah, I mean Tottenham are fine. Tottenham are safe, but it is funny.
I mean, it is, but let's just say exactly what happens in the next couple of weeks, because you rip them apart, and
Not me personally.
Levy's not, one to kind of not pull the trigger if it's necessary. So we'll see. United got battered again.
I love it.
which led to my favourite tweet of the week, which is, hold on, where is it?
I'm gonna watch Mark Goldbridge's highlights later.
Oh,
I hate the Onana. Why'd you hate him?
He's a Forest fan, like clearly is a Forest fan, and he's just doing it for the drama. Freddie Quinn on Twitter said, being a Man United fan is like being Bonnie Blue's dad every week, watching something you love get absolutely pumped. Which is a fantastic tweet and very, very funny. If you know, you know. But Brighton again, yeah, convincing. There was no Onana looked woeful. I'm very happy we've got Sanchez instead of Onana.
Bonnie Blue's best at catching balls.
Nottingham Forest beat Southampton. They were at home. They won 3-2 in that match. Didn't catch the highlights, but apparently they were comfortable, and then Southampton got a couple of goals back. Yeah. And then Ipswich were at home to City, and City.
Was that a close game?
It wasn't actually. It was 6-0.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Which is the first time I think City have turned up.
I heard that Foden and De Bruyne were on fire today.
Well, De Bruyne has not been playing a lot that I've seen in recent matches. Like, again, keep me honest if anybody supports City. But but it's like Gerrard. Like, you still play Gerrard, you still play Lampard, you still play De Bruyne if you're going through a rough spell.
How old are you, by
because
the way?
they've got the 37.
Yeah, he's 4 years younger than you. Getting on, mate. Getting on.
Yeah, and I'm still turning up every Saturday. You know what I mean? Inspirational. Speaking of inspirational, Chelsea play Wolves tomorrow. So, interestingly, all of the away teams over the weekend scored at least 2 goals. And we are playing Wolves at home at Stamford Bridge tomorrow. So, let's see how that ends up. Yes. I would guess that Wolves will get at least 2 goals. And I do think that's likely, considering our injury list at the moment. Yeah, although I do think Palmer will play. And apparently Cunha's a doubt for Wolves. So, their best player. So we shall see. I've been watching a few things, and you've been watching a few things, which is interesting. You're rewatching Mad Men, which is my favourite TV show of all time.
Yeah, really?
What are you up to? Yeah, I love it.
Just finished season 1.
Great.
I'm not watching it like when I watched it the first time around. I was like, avidly watching it. And now I'm watching it before bed. And if I wake up and I've missed an episode or 2, I don't care. I just keep on watching it from wherever it's still resuming from.
Yeah.
It's
I did that.
Oh, it's so good.
When we live in Leeds,
he just got off with Rachel. Is it Menken, the woman who owns the shop? You're like,
yes, Menkins.
Go ahead, Donnie.
It's more when he leaves Betty, and they divorce, and then she gets really fat, and then she gets cancer. I'm like, oh come on, writers,
who wrote
like
this?
Give her a bit.
Bitter
I know.
Can I say that?
Don Draper.
I don't know if I can.
Don Draper writing it.
Give me some good storylines, will you?
And then he worked with Coca-Cola, not drugs. But yeah, I love that TV show. And Lane, the season with him in it, at one point,
Big
the English boy. It is very, very tough. But yeah, really amazing telly. That's what the money is for. You've been buying lots of Pokemon cards as well, but we'll talk about that in a bit.
You're telling me.
Bad, isn't it? And then you've been replaying Pokemon Red.
Yeah.
Is that making you want to pick up any specific cards? Out of curiosity.
No,
I just bought a load on eBay, didn't you?
I bought some individual. So I was looking for the one that you had, the one where it was at Lavatar when it was eating detritus.
Yes.
So I saw that and I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy that. That's funny. So I found a seller online who had like a near mint one ungraded for £3, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I checked to see what else he had, and he had loads of other ones. And I thought I checked a few on Price Shot, and he was priced pretty well, to be fair. So I just thought I'd pick up a couple in bulk. And to be fair to the guy, one of them was like £20, and ungraded it was like $19. So I bought the other ones at his asking price, but that one I asked for a little bit less. He actually wrote back to me afterwards and just went, "Look, I've just spotted you bought a few. I'll combine the postage on them all for you and give you a refund on that afterwards." Which I often ask for on eBay. Didn't even have to ask the guy; he just offered it. So I was like, "That's pretty sound."
So best recent pulls I've got. So that Larvitar one that you were mentioning for people.
So funny! Look at that.
I know, just having a chomp out of a big pile of poo.
Like one of the rabbits.
This one equally. I don't know why I keep on picking up ones that are involving eating, but this one came out as well. So Gull Park.
That's amazing.
Just eating a massive cake.
How much is that worth?
That's about 40-50 quid.
Ungraded.
And then this. Yeah. No.
How'd you spell it?
Gulpin. Sorry, Gulpin.
154.
Yes. And then this one, Miriam, which is the art, and that's really, really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I did one.
Fiver.
Yeah, get that one. It's nice, that one.
Oh, it's stunning. Stunning.
It's stunning. But yeah, I completely went through my entire collection this morning. I had a proper Sunday morning of going through all the cards. I've now my top loader binder is just full of all of the ones that we've pulled recently. Starting with the full arts or special edition art or whatever they're called. And then you go into your trainer and support specials. So I've only picked out the ones that are really good. Got that one from Prismatic last night.
Nice.
Mila.
That's nice.
It is. And then some of the EXs, some of the old Vs from like the previous generation, some more EXs on that one. Then you skip to this page. These just like the assorted valuable cards from different. So it could be like reverse hollows, it could be anything. Again, GX from previous generations as well. Some trainer cards down there. And then you get to this page, it's my Shrine to Pikachu.
That's nice. That's nice, you've got a lot.
I like this one a lot. And this card, I need to give you one of these. I think I've told you about it before. But it came as a promo.
Yeah, you've got that. Yeah.
Yeah, and worth an absolute bomb. Worth about 100 quid if you grade them PSA 10. Japanese base set. Some of the shinies from that. First editions.
Japanese, I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so.
And then all your classics, including a page at the back dedicated to some Zards as well.
Nice.
Including the base one, which is quite nice, and then the Evolutions one, which I like less because the font's not as good.
Right.
So yeah, it's been fun. Any recent pulls to hand, or you got anything?
Not to hand.
You've got some good cards, huh? You showed me.
Yeah, so what did I pull earlier on? I got a Doug Trio full art.
Oh yeah, that looked cool.
With blonde wigs on.
But they've each got a different kind of wig, which is interesting.
Yeah. I got a Sylveon EX as well, which looks like it should be expensive, but it's not expensive.
Yeah.
And then I bought on my eBay. Purchase history. This is a long list. I bought Erica's Invitation for 16 quid. Vespiquen EX full art. The Larvitar full art. It's just called Switch. It's a gold. You switch your active Pokemon. But it's a gold arty, like ultra rare or hyper rare. Sorry, that was 8 quid. I was like, yeah, why not? Zamazenta full art.
Nice.
Fantina for the dweebs or whatever you call them.
I did buy you a card before, by the way. I forgot to mention this. Yes, because I bought a job lot of the same card. So it's Psyduck 175.
Psyduck.
and it's in Japanese as well. So I got 6 of them for 30 quid.
That's pretty cool. They're worth more than
Yes.
you paid.
Yes, they are.
If they're good. That looks cool.
The art on it's fantastic. So I was like, yeah, definitely getting them.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like, I'm enjoying building up a personal collection at the same time as like investing in a couple of bits that are quite fun to sell in the future. I know we're talking about the CTB, which is an absolute bloody nightmare to get at the moment.
Yeah.
But it does feel like quite fun. Although I am, now that I've done the kind of sorting out an organisation of cards, I'm quite happy with what I've got, and I don't think I'll be adding too much to it in the next couple of...
He says.
I don't know. Like, I bought another one of the Prismatic ETBs, and that's not going to come for like a month, according to Amazon. So I was like, leave on that. I've got a few other bits coming, including like a booster box that's in Japanese of the Terrestrial Festival, which is Prismatic but in Japanese.
In Japanese, yeah.
Yeah, and then I've got a few other booster boxes as well that I'm just going to stick upstairs. But apart from that, I'm quite happy now with what I've got. I've been watching Dark.
Fantastic show.
And I got to the episode that you spoke about the other day. That wasn't early on in that season. It was actually in season 2. So go
At
figure.
the lake.
Yes. So I got to that. And then I really, really enjoyed season 1 and trying to guess the trajectory of where the story was going was really fun at times. Like kind of like breaking into that that homage to like science fiction and all the things.
I think no matter what you think is going on, you're wrong.
It keeps changing. Yeah, it keeps changing. I'm a little bit bored of it in season 2, so I kind of found myself. No, I will do. I will, of course, will. So said the same thing to me before, but I'm just like I'm finding myself like it's almost no pun intended, but it's almost too dark at times where it's like there's no levity and there's not really anything for me to kind of go, you know what? So I've kind of got my phone out. And then that's quite difficult to do because I don't like the dubbed version, and I'm reading the subtitles, so I'm kind of like, okay, I'm flipping in and out a bit, but I'm keeping up with it. I enjoyed. We watched the end of season 2 about an hour ago,
right? Oh, you get okay.
That's pretty. And now we're into like, it's now flipped another thing into the equation. Now I'm like, okay, so that can now happen. So, which I kind of half thought might happen, but I didn't realize it'd be.
Do you want to guess Do you want to guess?
No.
Like the backstory? I won't tell you. I won't
spoil it for you. I don't want to ruin it for people just in case they haven't watched it. It's definitely worth it. If you're really into your science fiction and a good like dollop of drama in the middle of it all, and it's cool that it just impacts like a small town as well, and I think that should resonate with quite a lot of like people that like American telly, and I think that's why it's been so popular. But I'll reserve my final judgment on how it goes.
You can text me what you think.
I shall text you in a minute. So Silo, I think I spoke about it last week. So we watched the penultimate episode on Thursday. I think it came out, and that's fine. It improved, so I definitely think it's worth giving that a go if you haven't watched it already. Carl, I think hasn't like revealed enough in season 2 about what is going on with silos and why things on the outside world aren't what they seem, or what's the connection between the actual silos. But it kind of drip fed a lot to us in the last or second to last episode. So I'm waiting until Thursday this week. We're recording on Sunday again to see how that ends. And episode 1 of Severance season 2 aired on Friday.
I need to finish that.
Yeah, you need to. Fantastic start. Brilliant. Literally picks up where it left off. Oh, what a nice noise. Equally as distracting. So really, really cool that it just kind of starts where it left off from season 1. And it's one of those TV shows that you just can't ruin. So all I'd say is it's probably the one thing I'd say if you could watch right now, go and watch it. Deals? Carl? Deals?
Mine's awesome.
Go on then. Come on.
So mine is the DJI Neo. It's like the budget DJI one. It's like I think out the box you get it's like selfie mode.
Oh, wow.
Almost like you kind of throw it out your hand. It goes around and follows you. It's got an 18-minute battery life, which is a bit. But you can also link it up to the controllers. You can link it up to your phone as well if you want to fly it normally. it's 119 pound,
19.
which is unbelievable. It's 4K camera, and yeah, I just figured if I want to play tennis, I could. All right, mate. We'll talk about the drone now. You could just throw that in the air, hit a few tennis balls. Like, how cool is that? You could just get like drone footage of you playing tennis.
That is pretty cool.
It's not expensive, that.
119 is nothing.
I know.
Just shows where the tech's going as well. Like, if that's a 4K video,
we can get that through whatever perk boxes these days, and we'll get like 6-7% off it.
One hub. Yes, that's a good point.
I misheard that then. I went, huh?
So that'd be less than 100 quid.
Here's a question for you. I didn't realise this when buying it. So I bought loads of games for the Game Boy. This bit of a segue. This, sorry. On Vinted, I bought like a bunch of them in one lot. Included this, which I'd never heard of, and Pokemon Quartz version.
Pokemon Quartz?
Yeah, so I just googled it, and Pokemon Quartz is a hacked version of Pokemon Ruby.
I didn't know that.
Me neither. So someone's hacked it and put it into a cartridge.
Hacked in what way?
I don't know. In the same way that ROMs are made, I guess, and then they just replay it back in.
Okay.
So I guess it's just Pokemon Ruby. How interesting is that?
They've not done anything to the base game. Was it just not on the GBA?
There we go. Is it the Pokemon Quartz version is a ROM hack of Pokemon Ruby created by Borrow, whoever Borrow is. It was released as a patch file for those who already own a copy of Pokemon Ruby and its ROM image. Due to numerous spelling and grammatical errors as a result of being translated from Spanish to English, the profanity and the bizarre storyline leading to hilariously awkward scenes, it has become among the more infamous Pokemon ROM hacks. There we go.
That'd be interesting. I like stuff like that. If anything, that inspires me to go and play that game rather than
Ruby.
Yeah. Ruby. Okay. My deal, Ratchet and Clank, is on PC, and it is the very, very cheap sum of £19.49 on CD keys. Wow. If you fancy that, I mean, that's a steal.
£19 for.
Yeah, £19.49, 61% off. Should be 50 quid. Digital key, Steam key. I know.
I don't need it, but
you don't.
It's a good price.
But you want it. I know. I think that's everything, isn't it?
I think it is. I think it is. Yeah. A lot of editing on this one. A lot of swearing.
A lot of political references.
No, they weren't. I've got to get rid of that as well. I can't even use the P word.
A lot of references to things that aren't.
Bonnie Blue.
Okay, yeah. Mad that you can say that and that one gets like you can't demonetize through that, but
I don't know, mate. I don't
the
make
USA
the rules.
And things that happen there.
What a great country. We'd never speak poorly of it. It's a great.
We don't.
Place.
I mean, only in the same way that we talk about the UK.
Oh dear. Yeah. We're playing FIFA now.
I think we are. I thought we were opening Pokemon cards.
Yes, we are. Good point.
So let's round this off for anybody that doesn't want to watch or listen to this.
Yeah.
So we have been casual mode. Anything else? No? Done? You just want to open these. If you like what we do, please like and subscribe this video. It means a lot to us. Especially us. We didn't realise that we didn't have a Discord link on our website. So if you go to casualmode.co.uk now, you can sign up into our Discord. There's 100 and something other able-bodied people in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know why you specified that. We'll also put it in a link in the description.
I don't know why I say able-bodied either.
Yeah. We don't know that's true.
No, we don't. But it just felt like a thing that
doesn't matter either way.
Jumped into my brain. Weird. Intrusive thought. So, yeah. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Spectacular. And we're back.
Welcome to Casual Mode. We've decided to... Well, you persuaded me to open up the ETBs that we were going to put away for a rainy day.
But I've got coming, so.
If you don't know what these are, so... Prismatic Evolutions, not Evolution, Evolutions, plural, came out on Friday. We are recording on the 19th. It came out on the 17th. Carl is going to talk you through and show you the box as he's opening it.
It's all shiny.
Now, apparently the pull rates are awful, but it hasn't stopped this set pretty much selling out everywhere. and consequently as well, every other Pokemon card series seems to have sold out in every supermarket locally and all the shops locally as well.
There's a promo card.
It's the inside of that's quite nice as well.
I
Inside
didn't
of the
even
sleeve.
check. Yeah, that's nice.
Inside of it's
You get
all the
Eevee,
art.
and you get a few there behind it. Very nice.
Yep, so the set is synonymous with Eevee. So there are a lot of Eevee evolutions in these. The chase cards are, you can get Master Balls and Pokeball versions of Pokemon.
There's the card sleeves there, which I think look amazing, to be honest.
They are nice. They are very nice.
Like that.
Yeah, there's the die and the, yeah.
The flippity flips.
I'll open the book. So the chase is on this one, as I was saying. So you can get gold versions of Pikachu EX. You can get Taragabacus EX. You can get some really, really cool trainer cards. And there are pretty much a heap of like Umbreons and stuff like that, which are obviously the cards to go for. If we were to pull an Umbreon,
Dan's gonna streak.
I would streak. I'm actually not wearing pants now, so
Right.
God knows what would happen.
Shall I go for it?
I like the glossy effect on the front. If you go like that, you can actually see there's a bit of chrome in the middle of the things as well.
Oh, there is. Yeah.
Quite like that.
Right. I'm doing it.
Here we go. Carl's going for number 1. Did you show the card that came with it, the Eevee?
Yeah, I did the Eevee.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. There's a few in there though. You look behind it.
No, they're just binders.
Oh.
Sleeve things.
And then darkness bind them.
That's a nice scented card as well, actually. I'll take that out. And
There
here he goes. So, the pull rates for this set are meant to be atrocious. Pokerev's video was very interesting. You probably need a bit more light to get those into focus.
Okay. Hey Google, set conservatory light to 100. That didn't work very well. All right,
Alexa
here you go.
There we go. Shaman. So there's your reverse hollow. And what is that? If you can just shake it about for us.
Bunnery.
Ah, there. It feels like an omen. And then underneath,
Roaring Moon.
Roaring Moon. There you go.
Not a good start.
You didn't do the card trick either. Move your thing to the front. You charlatan.
I don't care, Daniel.
No, you don't. Nobody takes us seriously. It's only me.
I don't think you've seen the boxes.
We've all seen the boxes. Okay, so pack number 2 for Carl.
Oh,
No,
me?
go on. You just go through yours. Burn through yours, no more.
Trying to make space here. Sorry for the overexposure of my face, but
Do you like those sleeve? Oh no, sorry, the
like the dividers.
separators. Yeah, dividers. Nice.
My toe.
It's a very handsome set. Okay, Eevee, good start. Okay. Oh, there's a bunny again.
Pincer.
Janine's secret art. Not a euphemism.
That is a Pokeball.
Oh, check, is it a ball or is it a
Ball.
master
It's not a
ball?
Master Ball. It's a
Okay.
normal ball. Fluttermane. And there we go. Oh,
Espeon. Is it a hollow?
It is, but not a... Oh, and I've got a holographic energy. Ooh, ha.
Good. Keep those. They're nice. Should I open it or should I keep it sealed?
You going? You said me to burn mine through, didn't you?
Burn it and then I'll burn mine. The ETBs are 50 quid at the moment, and
You can get a
I've
45
seen.
in it.
Well, if they're in stock, you can get them for 45.
Yeah.
They're again pretty much out of stock everywhere, and I've seen them as high as 150 quid on Facebook Marketplace and like 100 quid on eBay on average. But I never trusted people like scan them. That's anything. Another bunny. Friends in Paldier. Yeah, Bronzor. Yeah. I like Slowking. Janine again.
She gets around.
Janine. Reverse hollow. Mochi.
That's a Master Ball one.
That's a good
Very
one.
good. Very good.
Yeah, get that in the sleeve, please,
That's very
Carl.
good. Not so good.
Get in a sleeve and in a hard sleeve ASAP,
Oh.
please, because we know what you're like.
What do you mean?
Well, for context, Carl just kept the Charizard chase from the previous set unsleeved for about a week
Whatever.
because he's just silly like that.
It's only money.
Yeah, it's only, it's only a hobby. But that's really good. Master Ball version already.
Yeah. MB. Righto. Right, let's get ourselves our first evolution, shall we? Oh, I just bought one of these.
Oh, now
Without
down.
the Son's fecal matter.
Son's poop. Black belts training. Yeah. I like execute. Sneeze on. Let me see.
There we go.
Okay, non-Master Ball version. Is that,
That is a Pokeball version.
Pokeball version? Nice. Ooh, Goldeen.
Goldeen.
Nice.
And last one. Full Art
Ooh.
Ortega. I think that's pretty good. That's a 2-star. Genie Wijnaldum.
That's not a bad.
Do you want to look that up? Ortega
I will have a
141.
look.
141 Full Art.
Two grown men talking about Pokemon
If I could say
cards.
$2,000 then I'd be,
Oh, well, there's not going to be any PSA 10s at the moment, but you can buy it on eBay for 13 quid. But again, the costs are just so up and down at the moment. That's still pretty decent. Some people are selling it for £1 or bidding on it for £1. So keep hold of it. Okay.
Another bunny.
More bunnies. God's sakes, definitely all.
It's a
Definitely not you.
sign. Is that no?
Earth
last-
and Vessel.
That's the last of the non-hollows. Is that hollow? That is a hollow. Professor Duro Scenario.
Hoot.
Nah. Okie dokie.
That's the first bad one you've. Well, I was saying that. It's, too good, too bad at the moment.
Too good. Too bad.
Too bad. That's a really nice box.
You're just reminiscing there about your first relationship.
Don't say that. Definitely not.
Right, let's crack on.
Are you reminiscing about your first?
Bloody hell.
Okay.
Butcher's offcuts. No, this last one before the shinies. Yeah. Perfume
First
press.
hollow. Oh,
That's annoying.
the Larvitar.
I like how
Pooita.
the one that I bought, the Pooita, given it's me, his
This-
move has a headbutt.
This post meal. Umbreon.
Umbreon,
What?
but not a special one.
That's still a pretty decent card. Keep hold of that. Check it. Let's have a look. What number is it? Umbreon.
0589.
I mean, it's going for a tenner, mate. 15 quid.
Ungraded.
Yeah.
Surely
yeah.
no one's graded these already.
Yeah, it's ungraded, but still. Hollow, is it?
It is.
Yeah, yeah. Some people got it 30 odd quid.
They were?
Yeah. That'll go for that, mate,
Pincer.
but still.
They were. Executor. That's the last one before we get to
Oh,
hollows. Is that a hollow?
ooh, that could be quite good.
No.
Umbreon reverse. What number is it?
059, same one as before.
Umbreon reverse 059. Again, another. They're going for a tenner again online. You can
And
buy
that's
them
the
for
finale.
4 or 5.
Du-du-du-du.
Dragapult EX.
That is 073.
Dragapult EX 073. Pat Fresh. About fiver.
That's a shame.
I mean, again,
They
keep
look
hold
good,
of it. Never know what's going to go popular in these sets. I know you can pretty much guess, but still. Guessing we're about halfway through now.
I've got 2 left.
Okay. 2/3 of the way through. 2/3 of the way through. Okay, we've had about 20 of them.
Yeah.
If this one's got a bunny in it again. That's good art. All right, harsh. There's you.
There's me. There's you. Yep. Ready? One more. I always get it wrong. It's so overexposed.
You've not got enough light behind you, that's why.
Yeah, they're both ready for the last. I'll do that. Noctowl.
Nice.
Not nice.
Not nice.
Bloody crap. You're going to get like an unbelievable pull now, aren't you? I'm going to be so pissed off that
I doubt it. I significantly doubt it. Based on the pull rates of these things, and people are buying like 200 bloody packs at once, lining them up and not getting anything out of them. So,
right then, here we go. Last roll of the dice.
What, 8?
Come on, give me something. Give me something good. That's a Pokeball.
Yeah.
That's got a nice texture on it, that Pokeball one.
How's that one? Oh, what's that?
Atticus. 133.
Is that a band?
Atticus Finch.
133.
Yeah.
Atticus 133. Yeah, £7.
I don't think I've lost money on that pack. But
I don't reckon. I think that's fine. I think you probably got a couple in there, and based on the link that you shared to me before, it does feel like people are getting very, very silly just buying some of the cards out right now. It wouldn't be a terrible idea for some of these as well. Okay, you done?
I'm done.
Okay. Starting mine. Here we go. First pack. Open. Dirt pile there. I'm going to take one to the front. Okay. Ready?
Those Master Ball cards, by the way, feel awesome.
Yeah, I do. Are you looking? Are you watching?
I'm watching.
You're not?
I
can
am.
see your
Basic
eyes.
Energy. Peter Beasley's training. Yeah.
Oh. Like the art on that. Riolu. I like that card. You pulled that before. Reverse hollow. Hollow.
Isn't there another one? Oh, there meant to be 3 holographics.
That was 3. The Slowpokes, the reverse. So we've got 2 reverses. Festival Grounds, Slowpoke, and Usaluda. Not bad. I like Slowpoke, so I'm happy with that. Okay, next pack.
Why do you like Slowpoke?
I like the old, like some of the old Pokemon like that.
Yeah,
I like Drowsy. I like the
Snorlax.
Snorlax. Snorlax is the king, isn't he? He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, get your Poké Flute.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Applin. Heatran. Rescue Board. Interesting.
Okay.
Professor Turo Scenario. Here we go. That's a Pokeball. Not got the M on the top.
Nope.
Feel it. Feel the texture on it. Stroke it. Espeon. Here we go. Sylveon. Should have kept it sealed.
Yeah, Sylveon 040. Would you mind having a look on that for us?
Okay, since I've got one.
Sylveon 040. Pretty please. I thought that was going to be that tune. That was weird. Okay, Fighting Energy. Still like you pulled the full art rare. You're not bad. You picked the full art of that, didn't you?
I did.
I love that.
Martina's sister at the moment.
Bonnie Blue. Bunny moo. Oh,
Nice.
there's a bunny again.
Swap you. I'll swap you.
Ah,
What's that?
Lucario.
Lucario.
Lucario. Lucario. It's one of the starters, or one of the evolutions of a star. 051.
The Aldo 5-1.
The old 5-1, lad. 6 more packs to go. Yeah. I mean, again, you can probably sell quite a few of these now, day one, but...
Yeah. Good.
Good. Good. It's the sound of police. Good. Let's cook off. Oh.
Oh, sparkling crystal. What's that?
Sparkling crystal 129.
129. £2.
Yeah, I've got a few of those. Fluttermane, and then Whimsicott. Fluttermane's nice. Full. Okay. Come on. Summoning the Umbreon.
Is that a shiny?
Shiny, electric. Electric 6. That's me. There's you.
There's you.
He likes you. Oh, another one.
Sukin.
Janine. Mochi.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
What is you?
That's nice. Ogapon.
That's really cool. It's not the last one. I got one of your Umbreons as well.
Nice. Ogapon. Is it 145?
Yes. That's really nice. Teal mask.
10 quid.
Yeah,
That's annoying.
nice. No, it's nice though. I like.
Might try and buy that.
Buy that. That's nice. Teal mask. Ooh, happy with that.
There's a gold version of that.
Oh, is there? Oh.
Which looks unreal.
There's
you can buy it individually from Chaos Cards for £60.
Never like when places do that, but I never like buying a card either.
Ungraded, the gold version is 40 quid. So
okay, got 3 more after this pack. Your bunnies look like that. Aye.
Why are you being weird?
What you mean? He's been strange, you know. Oh, Bobby Ubbott. That card in reverse hollow is worth quite a few bit. If you've got a few of them, surprise me. Go dude.
What's it did?
Fezandipity. Okay, 3 more. Leafy. Hello. Okay, reverse is Hoot again. I've got a reverse. Oh, Rio. And then
Okie dokie.
big guy. Okie dokie.
It is up and down, isn't it?
I think it feels no different to the other sets, to be brutally honest, based on pulling them. But that's only because I've got a couple of cards there that look quite interesting. Hey, shiny. No,
So that Ogapon that you got is number 20 in the chase cards for this
just
set.
dropped all the cards, so they go straight onto the Pokeball.
Cool. Skip to the good part. So yeah, number 20. That is in the set. Sound for 20 to $50. The Ogapon.
Does it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Last pack magic. What we're gonna get? It's in one pile.
Some of the Master Ball and Pokeball versions are more expensive than
an actual full art. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Master Ball ones are insane.
I've got a Master Ball.
You have. I think that's probably the best pull of the night, if I'm honest. Okay. That's a nice card. Oh, reverse hollow Umbreon. Nice.
Do
And that
there.
chappy. There we go. Finishing us off with a Archaeodon. Not bad. A couple of alright pulls. I'm happy with the fact we both got Umbreons.
We got a few of them as well.
Yeah, quite a few of them.
So I got a Master Ball Howlucha. Let's have a look at that. Master Ball Howlucha.
Yeah, decent. So Espeon reverse, that was quite nice. Sylveon, that was nice. Lucario AX, decent. Umbreon Hollow, I got that. Umbreon reverse Hollow, which is nice. I think you got the same, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then that Ogerpon as well, which is the cool
nice.
card. That, yeah.
That
wasn't too bad.
There have been no sales so far of the Howlucha Master Ball.
That's good. That's a very good sign. The Master Ball, the rarity of it, you can look it up. So to get one of those is decent. And I didn't get any in the 3-pack side.
Okay, a near mint of it. Oh no, there we go. TCG
They're
player
all
saying
near
it's $9.64. $9. Most recent sale, $10. Take that. That's not even
live with that, like, yeah. It's fine.
Live with that. I'm not kicking that out of bed.
Right, so. Well, thank you for watching. That was interesting. So if you're tempted to pick up Prismatic Evolutions, then hopefully you have, I'd say, as much luck as we did. I think that was all right.
Hopefully you have more luck than we do.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Do let us know if you do. We'll be interested to hear, and we'll buy your really good cards off you for a bottom dollar price.
Yes, 60%
of the time.
Great. Of your time. Bye.
Lovely. All right. Bye bye.